Hey y'all, Sarah Luhu here, and we are finally back again with Steins for what should be the, hopefully, final gap between plays. Not going to be the final episode, because we still need to complete the game, but it's going to be, hopefully, the final gap between episodes. It's super long, because it is finally returning to our regular schedule. And everything, it's going to be showing up during the week now, rather than whenever I feel like it. So not much to play at the moment here on my end, so I figured we might as well knock this out, because I'm pretty sure I am getting close to the end with it, but I don't know. It's just, there's so much giant walls of text about science and crap and everything, and science has never been my strong suit nor interest, so I feel bad about it, because I like the game, I like the characters and all, it's just those freaking text walls, they burned me out something fierce with it. Anywho, but we're back to the regular schedule with it, so let's try to remember what happened last time. If I recall, the big things were part-time warrior failing to meet her dad. I believe we sent a text message back in time to kind of try to get in the way and stop her from leaving. I want to say we sent a text message, but I don't remember if that was for fact or not. Oh, all this time travel stuff gets mixed around my head. After that, the big important things were, we found out that CERN has a fiber optic cable run under our building, which might be problematic. Suggests they are aware of us and possibly spying on us. Let's see. Kurisu made a breakthrough where she figured out that we're basically radiating all of Tokyo with our experiments, and it's not a great idea. She also came up with the idea to attempt, was it like a memory transfer? Like kind of what's already naturally happening for Okurin. She's wanting to send memories back in time to like the physical body rather than to a cell phone, and I think that's supposed to stabilize it, but her and Daru just left out to go mess with that. Meanwhile, we are stuck here with Mayuri. Not stuck here, Mayuri, sorry. That sounded mean. I thought she was hard at work on her costume, but when I look, I find her staring at the wall. Her hands have stopped moving. What's that, Mei? Mayuri, you're not going home? She usually doesn't stay this late. Her parents might be worried.
I was thinking about what Okurin and Chris-chan were talking about earlier. I was trying to figure out what the things you said meant, but it was all so complicated. I didn't get any of it. The only thing I get is that something amazing is gonna happen.
Indeed, the world is about to change, and we shall be the ones to lead humanity into the future.
You're shining, Okurin.
Oh, am I? Shining? What does that mean?
You're shining, Chris-chan too. Like two bright stars in the sky.
You're all just so fired up with all your energy and inspiration. That must be my aura of madness you're sensing.
You know, it's been 10 days since Chris-chan joined us. Can I tell you how I've been feeling?
Oh?
Since
Sorry.
Since Chris-chan became a lab mem, it feels like things have really started to happen. Like we're a real lab now, you know?
Heh. I must admit, her knowledge has been a great asset. Of course, the girl genius would never have joined us if not for the cunning of Huoin Kiyoma.
That's why you're shining so bright now, Okurin. Chris-chan is a really big help to you, I know. But I can't do anything to help.
Ah, Mayuri, you help just by being the inspiring cuteness presence that you are. Mayuri looks depressed.
I wish I were smart too. Then maybe I could help.
Aw, Mayuri! She's never expressed sentiments before. Is she jealous of Kurisu's talents? Is there a competition brewing in the lab? I sigh and walk to the window. I can't see many stars in the sky, given the light pollution. Mayuri, aren't you going to look at the stars? Mayuri comes up beside me. We lean out the window together. It's only 9 p.m., but Akiba is already still and silent, save for the occasional car trundling by. Back
when the lab just started, before Daru-kun joined, it was like this a lot, wasn't it? All quiet, just the two of us.
Yeah, it was. Daru joined the lab in early May. Before that, he was unwilling to join no matter how I tried to convince him. Then he learned the lab was just 3 minutes away from Mei Queen Yan, his second power, and suddenly he was all future gadget lab, hell yeah! But for about a month and a half after the lab's founding, it was just me and Mayuri all alone.
Can Mayushi stay here? Is it really okay?
Mayuri looks at me with uncertainty in her eyes. I meet her gaze firmly, then bop her lightly on the head. Boop! Don't be ridiculous. All you need to do is stay.
Just stay?
Without you, the lab would be a much less friendly place. You see how Kurisu and I argue. We can be pretty stubborn. Sometimes we don't know when to stop. But when it starts to get out of hand, Mayuri, you're always there with some ditzy, irrelevant comment to break the tension.
Are you praising me?
Of course I am, by calling you an idiot, but I love you for it. Don't worry about a thing, just know that you too are a part of my plan.
Okay, thanks, Okurin.
Mayuri smiles in relief, and then her stomach rumbles.
I'm starving. I'll warm up some canned Odin. You want some too?
Yeah, heat it up.
Coming right up.
Soon we are chowing down on piping hot Odin. Am I saying that right? The next day, Mayuri and I go shopping at Uraidakan. We have a list written by Kurisu of parts for the time leap machine. Naturally, I'm paying for everything out of my own pocket. Kurisu and Daru have already started work on the upgrade. Apparently, the conversion of memories into digital data requires software developed at Kurisu's lab in America. She can download that software from their dedicated server. But that's not the only thing we need. There's also some kind of brain-scanning headgear that we're going to have to make ourselves. Incidentally, I have to pay extra close attention to make sure Mayuri doesn't wander off while we're shopping. If she sees some random store that interests her, she'll literally stop and stare at it for hours. Does she go in? I keep walking, of course, and only later realize that she's not behind me. So much for paying close attention, Oki. Then I have to run from store to store looking for her. This must be how parents of small children feel. Well, they typically hold their hand. Maybe you should try that. Anyway, this is nothing new. Mayuri has always been like this. I'm begging you to stick with me. If you get lost in the labyrinth of technology, you'll never escape. Not with your sense of direction.
Okie dokie, I'll be careful. By the way, how is time leaping different from time travel?
Did she really hear what I just said about not wandering off? Besides, Kurisu already explained the difference yesterday. Time travel means your whole body travels through time. The time leap will only send your memories to the past. It's simple. Just memories, no personality or consciousness included. Although Kurisu did mention that there was no way to be sure what might happen to your consciousness.
Oh. Does that mean you can do things with time leaps that you can't do with D-mails?
Let's see. D-mails can only send instructions to the past. The past may change, or it may not. The results are unpredictable and depend on the recipient. And when the past does change, the world line is reconfigured. Everyone loses their old memories. I am the exception, thanks to reading Steiner, of course. With a time leap, on the other hand, you can give your past self not just instructions, but all of the memories you have right now. Or at least that's the idea. We won't know for sure if it works until the machine is built.
So I could send the costume I'm making back to last week? I would love to have another week to prepare for Komima.
Um, that might be possible with time travel, but not with time leaping. Say, you had a test last week. Now that you know the answers, you could send... Oh, no. Say you had a test last week. Now that you know the answers, you could send that knowledge to yourself and ace the test. But you couldn't go back and hand yourself a cheat sheet.
So, Mayushi's mind goes into Mayushi 1 week ago.
Exactly. While the conversation has been going on, I've been steadily purchasing items from Kurisu's shopping list.
You can't bring stuff, but you can bring your memories. I get it. But then, what about Mayushi 1 week ago? Where do her memories go?
I assume they get overwritten? I haven't tested it though, so there's no way to be sure.
She disappears?
Your memories right now include your memories from back then. So even if she does disappear, you don't really lose anything. Give me one quick second. Alright. There we go. I guess you could say you're just adding your memories from 1 week in the future.
Then, if Mayushi's memories leap into Mayushi 1 week ago, what happens to Mayushi now?
Mayuri's asking some pretty philosophical questions today. But I guess anyone would ask the same.
Mayushi's memories jump to the past, but my body's still here, right? What happens to me when my memories go bye-bye?
You become an empty shell? No, that can't be right. That wouldn't make sense. My assistant's device merely records your memory data. In other words, it's just a backup. Your original memories are still inside you. Nothing's inside the brain is lost. You don't become an empty shell. Besides, neither personality nor consciousness is transferred to begin with. Your body shouldn't become an empty shell, and your consciousness shouldn't leap either. No, wait. There's another issue here. Actually, won't you become a new Mayuri? One who received memories from the future 1 week ago? Not anybody, including me, would be able to tell the difference.
Then, does the Mayushi who had the normal memories before the time leap get erased by the Mayushi who repeated the week with extra memories?
This is getting complicated. That's right. She's erased, in other words. You relive the week. You can't do things the same, or you could do some... Oh, you can do things the same, or you could do something completely different. And you'll keep your old memories of the week that disappeared.
Then, does that mean...
The questions keep coming. She's trying hard to understand in her own ditzy way. She's asking important questions here, man.
So, I redo the week, okay? But what if I decide to go to Ikebukuro with my friends instead of coming to the lab today? What happens to the Mayushi talking with Okurin now?
The present would change to match the past, then this conversation would never happen.
Oh, and you wouldn't notice the difference, Okurin?
Right, no one would notice.
That would be kinda sad.
For who, me?
No, for Mayushi.
I don't get what she means.
Maybe that's why Chris-chan doesn't want to change the past.
She nods to herself with a bright smile.
Oh, I just thought of something. Can you time leap into the future?
Maybe, but there wouldn't be a point. Kurisu and I reached that conclusion yesterday. The memories you send overwrite the memories at your destination. If you sent memories 1 week into the future, then the future you would lose 1 week of memories. It wouldn't make any sense to do so. The whole point of our time leap machine is to affect past events. We don't need to worry about the future. Besides, you're less likely to reach the future than you are the past. And that's because the future is inherently unpredictable. For example, do you think you'll have the same phone number for all eternity?
How should I know?
Exactly my point. And remember, pagers became obsolete with the advent of cell phones. Similarly, our phones may be replaced by some other device in the future. Dun dun dun! Apple on the horizon. In order for the time leap to succeed, the target you must have a phone whose number you know. As long as that condition is met, there should never be a problem with setting the destination. The real problem is what's inside the phone wave, named subject to change, is acting as the lifter. Until we figure that out, we can't reproduce the discharge phenomenon at will. The phone wave, named subject to change, will remain incomplete. On the other hand, if we can figure it out, we'll have an endless source of electrons that, unlike CERN's, needs no tuning. I'm exhilarated. The phone wave, named subject to change, is evolving by the day. Our invention of the time leap machine will put us light years ahead of CERN. Time travel will finally become a reality. Can't wait to try it out. My soul yearns for the taste of chaos. I barely managed to keep from bursting out in mad laughter. Come to think of it, more than 1 week has passed since we sent the first email, and although it's only been a week, it feels like years. And although there was that strange threatening email, there remains no sign of Men in Black coming to haul us away. According to Daru, CERN hasn't discovered our hacking either. Next problem is what will happen when we use the time leap machine. In order to compress a human's entire wealth of memory into the requisite 36 bytes, we have to borrow the LHC's black hole. Can't believe that CERN won't notice an unauthorized activation of the LHC. How do we keep them from finding us? We need a plan.
Oh, I guess I can't go back to grade school, can I? I didn't have a phone back then.
Mary's still talking about the time leap. You want to go back to elementary school days? I know exactly how you feel. If you're at Pete Elementary School with knowledge you have now, you'll get top grades and have an easy time bending children to your will.
Yeah, and I thought maybe I could see Grandma again.
Aww! I see. I'm afraid that's not possible. Mary's grandmother passed away when Mayuri was in elementary school.
Yeah, it's too bad, but I guess I don't really need to see her. I still remember her words, her smile, and her wrinkly hand patting my head. So even if I don't see her again, I'm okay. What I really want is to see little Okurin again.
Ha! Back then, I was already a scientist without equal, a titan towering above the other children. You can hardly be blamed for desiring to meet the child prodigy who would one day be feared as the great mad scientist Huoin Kyoma.
I don't want to meet Hyoin what's-his-face. I want to meet Okurin.
I am Huoin Kyoma. Always have been, always will be. Mary just doesn't get it. So I disregard her comment. Anyway, there's no point. You haven't matured at all since that time, so nothing would change if you went back to elementary school anyway.
Hey, that's not true. Mayushi's all grown up now.
The only thing that's grown is how much you eat. And your breast size. Dude, don't!
That's not true. Mayushi's a real woman now.
A real woman. I kind of want to hear the details, but she probably doesn't know what she's talking about. Okurin, mind out of gutter, please!
Besides, I think Okurin's the one who hasn't changed since then.
Isn't that what I said? I was already a genius mad scientist when you met me. The shopkeeper shoots me a glare. I guess this isn't the best place for maniacal laughter. Better get those parts and head back to the lab. We finish our shopping and come out in front of the station. By the way, Mayuri, have you not been working recently?
Working? You mean at Limoine?
Of course. May Queen plus Neonta's second part doesn't exist in the current wholesome Akiba.
Komima is coming up, so I'm taking a few days off. I've got costumes to make.
How many costumes are you making this year?
3. One for Kaede-chan, one for Fubuki-chan, and then there's one for Luka-chan.
I wonder if Lukaku is still refusing to wear it. I can hardly blame him. I mean, however cute he looks, he's still a guy. No, wait, that was before we sent the D-mail. Now Nukaku's a girl. I guess. How confusing.
It's Moika-san.
What? Shining finger! I look where Mayuri's pointing and see Moika squatting by the staircase, staring hard at her cell phone. She looks more tired than the last time I saw her. There are bags under her eyes and her hair is frayed. The intensity of her expression makes me hesitate to call out to her. She'll probably ignore me just like before. On the other hand, she is a lab mem. I can't just ignore her. Hey, finger! Why the long face, eh?
Moika-san, what are you doing here?
Moika doesn't look up. Ignored. She mutters something that I can't make out. Hey, are you listening? If you have a problem, the insane mad scientist Huo and Kyoma will gladly assist. But be warned, by the time I'm through, Akiba will be an ocean of blood. Okay, but, Moika suddenly jerks upright as if poked with an electric prod. Don't take me too seriously, darling. She lifts her head and stares at me with wide eyes, then jumps to her feet and walks right up to me. This is the first time I've seen Moika express such emotion. What is it? What's wrong? She doesn't speak. That hasn't changed. Instead, she looks down and starts typing on her phone. Guess I should be ready for a mail. What do we... Oh. Wait, what do you mean what happened? I missed it! Oh dear. What's my phone button again? Z and C... Ah! No! Wrong! Z? Oh, now inbox. Shining finger. What happened to the time machine Moika? Okay. Big space, big space, big space, big space. Okay, what do you mean what happened? Are you still using it? Did you figure out how it works, Moika? We don't fully understand it yet. We're in the middle of upgrading it.
It's amazing. This time we might even be able to time leap.
What's a time leap? Tell me more, Moika. Don't write anything about it, otherwise we'll have to expel you from the lab. Moika shakes her head violently. Guess she won't write an article. Our hacking of CERN has uncovered a new possibility for this phone wave name subject to change. It's a form of time travel made possible by borrowing CERN's equipment. This discovery will begin a new age of human civilization. No longer will men be slaves to time. Any future you desire can be yours. And history will record that we, the Future Gadget Laboratory, changed the world forever.
Ocarin, that was really confusing. You lost Mayuri.
But did I lose Moika? How can you not be moved by my speech? I'm talking about becoming a legend here! Moika bites her lip and types out a mail in irritation. Then she grabs my arm and digs her fingernails. It hurts. Unhand me! Foul woman! But, Moika does not listen. Why are you pinching me? What's a time leap, Moika? Yeah, okay, you don't need to add Moika at the end. The time leap is a way to send your memories to the past. We found a way to make that possible. Soon we will complete the time machine and become the undisputed lords of time.
Ocarin came up with the idea and Christian told us how to do it. Daru-kun's helping and Mayuri and Ocarin are shopping.
Moika suddenly releases me. Her eyes are blank and unfocused. She squats down on the spot, just as we found her. She seems entirely drained of energy and will.
Are you okay, Moika-san? Do you feel sick?
Come on now. That's amazing. You made a real breakthrough. Congratulations. When will it be finished, Moika? I can't be sure. There's still several problems remaining. If they don't give us too much trouble, I guess we'll have it done in a week. On the other hand, we can't do anything until they're solved. Everything is the choice of Steins Gate. I have faith there exists a path to success. And once the door is opened, the chaos for which I have so longed shall at last descend upon the earth. Trumpets will sound from the highest heaven, and the final battle, Ragnarok, will begin.
Who are you fighting, Ocarin?
The organization, of course. Their rule must end once and for all.
Wow, don't do anything dangerous, okay?
Why does Mayuri insist on worrying about me? Oh wait, that's me. That's Moika. Oh? Moika's lips curve into a smile. She rises to her feet unsteadily and then staggers off into the crowd. It's like she's forgotten about us completely. That's fucking weird. Mayuri and I can only watch her go. There's an indescribable aura about her that holds us back.
What do you think is wrong with Moeka-san?
I've known she was kind of strange ever since I met her, but this... Is the possibility of time travel like breaking her mind a bit here? Maybe she's an escaped mental patient or something. That's not very nice, Ocarin. Alright, not that her insanity can possibly compare to mine. For I desire nothing less than total and absolute chaos.
Now Ocarin's acting weird. Miyushi's worried.
Miyushi looks scared, so I cease my maniacal laughter. A few minutes earlier than I planned. Just gotta freak out poor Mayushi, huh? Afterwards, Mayuri and I go our separate ways. She apparently has to deliver a costume to her friend Fubuki. When I return to the lab with my spoils of war, something surprising, though not too surprising, come to think of it, catches my eye. Kurisu. Kurisu is on the computer. As soon as she notices I've returned, she quickly closes the window on the screen. Hey, think you could knock? Oh, what were you doing? This isn't your room. Besides, I have to be a fool to knock. There could be assassins lying in ambush. Assassins here. Are you stupid? I mean, kind of. Anyway, Christina, what are you looking at just now, I already know the answer, of course. I caught a glimpse of the screen before she closed it. I was doing research. Looks like she plans to continue this charade. I drop my bags and go to the computer. Stay back! I slip past Kurisu's blocking arms and restore the minimized window. You didn't even close it? Achievements. You think this is a fucking game? More? The committee of 300. Isn't that just some bullshit conspiracy theorists made up? It's a different story if they had some evidence, but all they did was lump every conspiracy together. That's such chuny bullshit, it's unreal. I want FES to drool into my eye until I faint? What? Seriously? Reply 9/11, truth or here? Oh dear. God. Look, the media released some of the culprits' photo portraits, and about half of them confirmed to be living normal lives in our countries, meaning the culprits were using fake passports, so just who are the people on the planes then? Oh dear. What the hell are you doing? Got a problem. Hey! Oh, one sec. Hey, what's with that? This is awful. Ruffle, laughter, rolling on the floor laughing, whatever. Okay, 1 second, be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Have no fear, Christina. Or should I call you @Chandler Chris? Don't call me that. I already knew. That's right, I realized long ago that you were an @channeler. You can't hide it from me. You reek of @channel corruption. How rude. I make sure to apply light perfume every day. Oh, fool, that's not what I meant. I'm talking about the scent of your soul. My soul? What's that supposed to mean? Explain. Why? So you can learn how to hide it? Shut up! Just explain already! There's nothing to explain. You use @channel memes in conversation. I have to be stupid not to notice, but I am. Alright, unfortunately that's where we're going to have to end the episode for today. So, thoughts and opinions? Seems like we got a good little bit of everybody today. Seems like Mayuri is feeling a little jealous, or maybe pushed to the side by the sudden influx of lab mims, because I mean, really everybody's just kind of been pouring in lately, when it used to just be her and Okurin and all that, and I'm thinking, seeing as we are in the harem setting, she probably might carry a flame for dear old Oki. But yeah, I kind of feel bad for her and stuff, because she's not an idiot or anything like that. I mean, she's a little ditzy, but she's not a moron. Everything. She has an idea of what's going on. She has, oh dear, I dropped some stuff. She has, you know, her own thoughts that have led to, you know, helpful little spots here and there, and, you know, she's the heart and soul of our group. She's a good person. I don't like her feeling like she's, you know, useless. She's also, you know, how we, as moronic, unscientifical, regular-minded people get, you know, our dumbed-down explanations. Anything. But I think that's mainly it. I'm kind of curious about what's going on with Moika, because she seems like she's having a full-on breakdown. I don't know. Is it the fact that time travel might actually be a reality that's like freaking her out, or like, it has to be that, right? And stuff, it has to be probably weighing on her psyche, like the extent of what we can do and stuff, because she, I don't know, she has like some severe social anxiety and stuff, right? But we haven't really gotten too much insight into her personal life compared to like some of the other characters. Like her and Part-Time Warrior both are still pretty much mysteries to us. Where Kurisu, we kind of know she comes from, you know, America. She has the whole child prodigy background thing going with her. Daru, you know, longtime friend, Creeper, and all that. We got history on just about everybody except for those two. Anything. And even Ferris, like, we got, you know, more info on Ferris recently, so I'm assuming that we're probably going to get more of an info dump on to them pretty soon. Well, we kind of already did with Part-Time Warrior, because we got her whole, you know, missing father thing that she was hoping to find him. So I guess it's really just Moeka left that we really need some kind of history with. But we'll see. We'll see what motivation she has later on. So until then, like and subscribe if you want to, and thank you for watching.